And welcome to another Epic Games Free Game of the Week review. And this is one of the 3 free games this week for June 30th. This is Gene Force 1 Mutagen. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at this game and I'll show you what it's like. If I can actually click on this stuff. It's pretty small for the text and stuff like that. Kind of annoying. But yeah, here you go. This is what the game looks like. You run around on maps like this. You move, and it's little squares, and you got line of sight where you can see stuff. And here is the edge of this current map right here. You can see the mini map right there. And then you can go and leave the area if you want. And this is what the overworld looks like. So this looks pretty neat, pretty big. You got small little boxes like this you can travel to and stuff like that. And then you just click them and travel and whenever you want, I guess, so far. And that looks like a nice big town there. I guess you can go to these places. You can barely see the town. It's going to be interrupted by those things, obviously. But yeah, I can cancel out and not leave. Well, actually, it did make me leave, so that wasn't cool. But yeah, so let's go back out and leave. I want to be here. Make sure I go there. Automatically travels. So yeah, back to here we go. So what this game is, you get to pick one of 3 of the characters, and this basically the fighter guy, the ranged type guy, the stealthy type guy that's traps, and of course the magic guy. So you can learn all the skills yourself. You can take a look at the character screen right here. You got skills and levels. As you can see, I'm just basically starting. It's a lot of story and a lot of reading to do. So I wanted to get into the review right away because I got a good feel of what this game is going to be like right away, because it's not very complicated. It's a standard, procedural stuff. You got strength, agility, intellect. When I first saw this game, it reminded me of the old Ultima game. One of the ones that I thought were good, but it's pretty bad actually for the Ultima games. But yeah, it still has the basic things: strength, agility, intellect, and that's about as in depth as it's going to get. You got your basic, basic magic, your basic, your creating your guys, your summoning guys there, and then your mutagen stuff. You got melee, missile, action, invasion, stealth mechanics, and leadership. It's not, incredibly in depth, and it's just the basic stuff. Cold, energy, poison, acid. It's got all that kind of stuff. You got 3 different schools for summoning guys, and 3 different abilities in there. Same with the spells. Different spells. This is it. This is all you have. It shows you everything you have. It's really simple to play, easy to use, and then you have your characters here. So what you do is you create guys, and they'll fight for you, and you control them obviously, and you walk around the map and follow the storyline and do combat, gain levels, and all that kind of stuff. Kind of interesting storyline, and here's an example of combat. Boom, dead. And you run like this, and of course, these guys are breathing fire, so they're not actually raptors, but close enough. They look like them, and you just go in there and breathe fire. And we can note the damage. And then done. And then you got to hit other buttons to get out of combat. Just wanted to show you the combat. And you get your experience and whatnot. And you got to check the ground for items that are dropped. If they drop stuff, and then you can hold tab or whatever. Wrong button, tab, to see who's what you can click on in the map. So you can click on this, and those are little items, so you can loot the stuff. This has been the same stuff each time. I've been trying to reload the game, see if the loot is random. It's not random. It's the same loot no matter what. So there's not much for randomness in here. It's just the guys moving around, and your characters right here. These are the guys that you can summon. You can dismiss them at any time and get some of your temporary powers back. Absorb them like that. And then here's your creation. So this is the extent of what you're going to be able to create in this game, is the 3 different schools and the 2 different guys for each one, and an upgraded version. So you can get a different upgraded version once you get to level 3. You can summon an even better guy, which probably has more different things. As a small fire-breathing lizard, has sharp teeth, spits fire. Basically, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And then when you create these guys, you can edit your creations, which makes it really customizable what you can do. They cost your essence, right? So you start off with 20, and this guy costs 6. So you can still only have 3 of these guys out at once, right? At the start of the game. But since I only have 12 right now because I use them, I'm not full. I can only make 2 of them. But you can power them up, so you can make his fire breath stronger, or you can give them haste, and you can make his magic skill upgrade. So he does more fire damage per point. And this one's going to cost him there. And this guy will cost me 12. So this is worth like 2 of them. So I can summon 2 of these guys, or I can make a stronger guy that has better fire damage and does AoE. So you can customize them, and then you can make them, more haste and have more melee damage if they get in close combat. If you're fighting bigger groups of guys, which, probably will happen eventually. But right now, this is just the start, so they're taking it really easy on you, and combat is pretty easy right now. You're just fighting other creations like that. Like that. There you go. Walk up there, die. And then out of combat. Or try to get out of combat. There you go. I'll get 2 combats out here. Oh, I went around. And we can show you. Oh, 3 at once. So, yeah, pretty simple. I always keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, line of sight actually takes effect. Then he didn't do much more damage. Look at them all. I could check his fire cone. That's probably why I'm not using his fire cone ability. I should use it this time before I die. I'll go punch this guy out so I can kill him one shot. Okay, fire cone. That's better. Yeah, that's how you do it. I gotta hit those guys. So yeah, he has his own skills. Right there. And of course I got magic and stuff like that I could use. I was reading it. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so there you go. This is what the game is like. There's the combat, and of course, these guys they didn't drop anything. You kill them, they don't drop anything. That's a different guy. Yeah, there's one of the other guys you can get, advanced guys. One of the cat guys that you saw in there in the creation thing. So, but that's enough for the seeing the combat. We're not here to actually learn how to play the game, even though I did a good job probably telling you how the basics of it and what you're going to do. So yeah, this is what the game is. I'm going to give it a nice 5 out of 10. And it's not terribly complicated or in depth in that regard. So it's going to stay with like a 5 out of 10 for this game. It's worth getting and worth downloading and playing, but it's not going to be like super good or anything like that. It's just going to be, it's a nice game for what it is. It's like a really cheap, easy to play game, and they did it for like a one-person guy or a small team that created this. They did a really great job on it. So that is good for them for making it. So it's going to be kind of interesting game, and of course it's not stellar. It's not like going to be like a stellar experience type deal. It's going to be like a decent experience. So it's not going to be horrible, and it's not going to be like super awesome, but it's going to be pretty decent. And definitely worthwhile playing. So 5 out of 10 for me. It might sound low, but if you've been watching, 5 out of 10 means it's definitely worth playing and finishing. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.